smiley face for our first guest.
Rachael Taylor grew up on the Apple Isle before moving to Sydney to act and study politics. After a Logie nomination in the Aussie drama Headland, Rachael jetted to LA, nailed her first screen test and landed a starring role in the action blockbuster Transformers. Now an international movie star on the rise, she's shooting films everywhere from Hollywood to Tokyo, where she recently teamed up with Dawson's Creek star Joshua Jackson in the psychological thriller Shutter.
Emotional energy can be communicated on film.
You mean ghosts? Spirit photography has been around since the 1800s, as long as photography itself. And I think they're trying to tell us something.
Like what?
Boo! It's Rachael Taylor! Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Lovely
Can you
to
do
see
this
you.
whole thing in a German accent? I loved that before. It was brilliant.
It wasn't German, was it?
Was it?
I thought I know nothing. That's about it. That's all it is. I sound a little bit like, I don't know if you watch Big Brother, there's a guy on there called Travis.
I don't have it over
He
in
talks
the
like
US.
Grover from Sesame Street.
That's charming.
Grover.
I
It's
suppose.
really, really creepy.
There we go.
Hey, congratulations on you.
Thank you.
Hottest thing in Hollywood. Everybody loves you. Only 21, and you're from Launceston.
I'm 23.
Are you 23?
I'm 23.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, that's right. Sorry,
So
you moved
not so
down there.
impressive.
Yeah, I take it all back.
I'm over the hill.
But like,
Over
what the
hill.
hell, man? What the hell?
I've been very, very lucky, Rove. And it's a good time to be Australian in Hollywood too. Sort of like Aussie Mafia Inc. over in Los Angeles.
Now, how have you found that there is an Aussie contingent there? Have you
Completely.
got into it?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, not the like uber celebrity Australians, and there are a bunch of those, but there are all the, you know, young guns trying to cut their teeth in LA, and it's like Aussie barbecues and, you know, only Australian beers, which is nice because we all know that American beer sucks.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Now, do they know anything about Tasmania at all?
No, except that, you know, Americans are endlessly asking if Tasmanian devils really spin around like that. Cartoon?
And isn't it hard?
Which they don't.
Isn't it hard not to say yes?
Well, sometimes I do, and they go, that's so fascinating.
So really, because there's let's see, Princess Mary,
Princess
Errol
Mary.
Flynn, and you.
Oh, surely. Who is the wood chopper guy? You know the wood...
I
what's
should know his name.
name?
He's an Olympic
David-
gold medal. David
From-
Foster.
David Foster. There
Big
we go.
dude, big.
Endless-looking man.
Wow, how could we forget a huge dude with an axe?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to remember anyone's name.
There's a movie there, I think.
I think so
Huge
too.
dude with axe.
So you've left Australia at 21. It's that kind of night, trust me.
it's true.
Now, you've done a movie with a big scary man with an axe.
Oh, how dare you!
It was a wrestler,
No, it
though.
was a great movie.
Anyway, we'll move on. I said I
Let's.
wouldn't bring it up, and I did. Now, you've left Australia at 21
Yeah.
to move to the States. Then you've pretty much landed the role of a lifetime with Transformers.
It was a good one. It was a good movie to book, and fortunately the director likes to work with unknown actors, so I just was sort of lucky. I think I'd only been there about 3 weeks and booked a job, you know? It was as simple as that, really.
What was your expectation when you moved, though? Obviously not that.
Well, I expected to be sort of, you know, doing the same thing that I did when I moved from Tassie to Sydney, which was, you know, making lattes for 6 years, which I would have been sort of kind of happy to do because that's an experience in itself. But I certainly didn't expect to, you know, be landing on the lawn of the Pentagon in a Black Hawk helicopter after I'd been in LA for like 4 months. So it was pretty wild.
Is that the moment? Because it happened so quickly. Is there any chance to take stock and suddenly go, holy shit?
That was a take stock moment because I actually thought that I was going to die. Because we had this camera there and Michael Bay, who was the director of Transformers, who's a complete lunatic, didn't want anyone to wear seatbelts in the helicopter or any protective gear because he thought it looked unattractive. So meanwhile, which is great.
Yeah, safety does that.
Yeah, safety first. Meanwhile, we were like hovering sort of like 100 metres off the ground and I thought I was going to die, basically.
Wow. Now
So that
there's
was a take
movie.
stock moment.
Well, see, now there you go. Now you're making movies about dead people, so it's all come full circle.
I am.
From
perfect.
big dudes with axes to dead people.
Vengeful Japanese ghosts. It's
Now,
good.
the one thing I noticed about Shutter, because it's set and it's in Japan, that it must be a big cultural shock, because unlike other countries, there's
Ridiculous.
nothing there for your Western tourists.
Completely.
Their culture, as it should, overshadows everything.
It's like being in Blade Runner, Tokyo. And it's funny, the first time I went to buy milk in Tokyo, everything in the grocery store is just Japanese, obviously. So I spotted on a milk carton a cow, and I went, there's a cow on a milk carton, it must be milk.
Makes sense.
Got up at 6 o'clock, doesn't it? Got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was green tea yogurt. So I poured green tea yogurt into my coffee, which tasted horrendous.
Was it green?
It was green.
So why did you keep pouring?
It was that morning moment, when you're sort of like fumbling around and that was good. Fumbling around and it's like, it was green tea in my coffee. So there we go.
Oh my God.
Green tea yogurt, which was actually good on its own, not in coffee.
Not so much.
Or on cornflakes.
So when you're making a scary movie, do you at any point get freaked out? Is there freaky stuff going on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you see dead people?
I didn't see dead people, but I'm open to the possibility of it. I did, like when I was shooting the movie, I sort of warmed to the idea that maybe, some, vengeful Japanese slut might come round and sort of can I say that on television, right?
Yeah, no, because
Sort of, no?
You can't say slut, but I can say holy shit. That would make
I think
sense.
that's not as bad, though.
Did she come
Slightly
in going,
misogynist.
where's my green yogurt,
Yeah,
you bitch?
right, exactly.
Hey, Rachel, welcome back to the country. Would you like to try to win $20 in 20 seconds?
Yes, please.
And if you can take the time, because the exchange rate's pretty good now.
The exchange rate is good.
All right, start the clock. What's your middle name?
May.
You studied politics and history. Who was Australia's greatest Prime Minister?
I'm a fan of Kevin Rudd at the moment, but definitely not John Howard. Thank God it's over.
There we go. Has anyone ever asked you to make the Transformers noise in the bedroom?
Not yet, but I would be intrigued to do that.
Do you remember who beat you to the 2006 New Talent Logie?
No.
No, neither do we.
I didn't go there.
Did you really compete for the title of Miss Teen Tasmania?
Yes.
Did you win?
Yes.
Hello! And, Rachael Taylor.
Like $50 in it or something.
Well, for $20, Rachael Taylor, who would you turn gay for?
I thought about this, and you have to
I
tell
like
me.
people who put
you have
thought
to
in.
tell me if it's a bit weird. Julie Andrews. Seriously hot. Circa Sound of Music, the Nun thing. There's something about it.
I
The
like
Catholic
that.
slam on
It's-
Rove
it's
tonight.
not just the hills that are alive with the sound of music. Thank you, Rachael Taylor. I don't know what that means. Thanks for coming in. Here's the plug. Rachael Taylor stars in Shudder, a great scary film if you love those one in cinemas on Thursday. She'll be sticking around. Rachael Taylor, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. We're going to chat. Ignore us.